Greetings one and all, and welcome to a brand new Harry Yack playthrough. This is a game that you probably won't have played unless you live in Japan, because it was released on the Japan-only Satellaview system. The Satellaview was an early precursor to modern online gaming. However, since it was released in the 90s and the internet had yet to take off at this point, games were broadcast via satellite. That's right, the system was a kind of modem, and each game was broadcast much like a television programme at certain times during the week. Golden Bee, Sikkim! Yes, that's fantastic, isn't it? You've got a henchman to do all the dirty work for you. Or should that be a hench bee? Just a few of these one-eyed freaks to kill yet? Die, fool! And he's also stuck on a pot. My goodness. A 10-year-old kid can pick those up with no problem whatsoever. Yet, some great big monster has trouble even getting past them. It's almost as if it's a brick wall to them. Come on, boy. Ah, no! I take it all back about the pots. Shoot him in the eye, if we want to see him cry. One-eyed freaks must die. And I think that's a song from Grand Theft Auto 2, if I remember correctly. I've no idea why I remembered that just now. My goodness, they're having another conversation.
Oh, the Northern Magic Shop? Yeah, the one north of the temple.
It's like Morecambe and Wise, isn't it? It's the Armos Knights! Oh! And poof! Yes, it's extremely satisfying when they get vanquished. Only 4 more to go now. And it doesn't matter about me wasting these arrows, so I'll just throw them against the wall. No, calm down. There's no need to go into a huge rage just because your friends are dead. And that's it. The first dungeon is complete. What's this? Is it a carton of eggs? Well, considering this is Zelda, probably not. Aha! It is a strange stone tablet. Does this stone tablet have some kind of significance? Oh, looky here! The fortune teller! Yes, it's Eric and Ernie themselves. In here we have red rupee, red rupee, red rupee, and oh, a piece of heart! Yes! First. Well, you two, I'd love to stay and watch your Christmas show, but I have to go and do things. And it's 4 more chests. Red rupee, red rupee, red rupee, and piece of heart, piece of red rupee. Ah! It lulled me into a false sense of security. What's behind this bombable wall? A man who's evidently living here. I don't know how he eats or drinks. Well, maybe he came down here to die, and that's why he's given me his life savings. Only a couple of minutes now until it stops raining. Oh no, a glitch monster! Kill it, quick! It seems to be stuck on land. And the glitch monster is dead! Oh, that's quite scary, that. Scarier than those actual Zoras. Up here, we have the second dungeon! Ooh, this must be something important. Kill, idiot! Get out of it! Oh, it wasn't. It was absolutely pointless. 20 rupees? I don't know how many points you get for that, but was it really worth getting hit twice for? Oh look, another thief. And this bloke is evidently living in this dungeon behind a sealed wall. Once again, you have to wonder how they sustain themselves. Do they lick the condensation from the stone walls? You blasted bats! I really hate those bats. Ugh, what a cannon and ball on about now. It must mean something. Perhaps the land of Hyrule is granting this strange power to the youth. Yes, I find that interesting how they keep calling you a youth. I mean, in Britain, a youth is a bad thing, or at least it's portrayed as a bad thing in the media. Yes, indeed, the term youth is often used derogatorily, if that's even a word. We're going to need all our courage for this particular battle, which is no doubt going to be the hardest we've ever seen. Actually, it's not that hard, especially with the Pegasus boots. Even though I get hit twice or 3 times in this, it is possible to do it without getting hit. I know this because in my preparatory playthroughs, I did just that, and this was the first time that I actually took a hit from this Egypt. Another heart container, and another stone tablet. We now have 2! Excellent! Put it on the shelf next to the other one, will ya? Despite the fact that we've done all the obligatory things in this video, there are still 1 or 2 fascinating things to see. Down here, for example, we should find that Princess Zelda is in great peril! Oh no! Hello there! You've got the time to stop and chat? I'll blow these guys up. Just take this last guy out. Hey! You're gonna die for that, fool! Do not believe it! That single Octorok! Aye. Anyway, that's the end of the game. Bye! Nah, only joking. We have to take her back to the castle first. Hey, she can run as fast as me. She must have her own pair of the Pegasus shoes. She talks a bit about Link here, so I wonder if she got them from him. Very generous person he is. He's out of the country, apparently, so maybe he's looking for masks or something. Being chased by monsters, eh? Why does this stuff always happen? She should get a new hobby like Game Boy Advance or something. Were those out yet? I think we were still on Game Boy Color, weren't we? 95, 96? Same difference. Same old rehash stuff. Same old Zelda games for a different console. Hello, you two. Fancy a sword to the face? Haha! Take that. Well, that's not why we're up here. Because I just remembered we forgot one secret place. And here it is. Hello again, you two. Keep this a secret from everyone. Okay, I will! You probably won't mind if I loot your treasure chests either. Look at him, he's not even looking at me. He's just staring out of the door. He's probably considering how he's gonna fill it in again. I hope he has some polyfiller. It's so much fun taunting these statues. You can't get me. Idiots can't climb down stairs, they're like reverse Daleks. Let's take a quick look to see if we can enter the castle now. What are you doing here? He finds it hard to believe. Oh really? I ought to smash your head off. Blow you up. Take that! And that. They are very ageist in this game, aren't they? I mean, I know in the real world there are laws against discrimination towards old people, but is there a similar law for young people? Evidently not in Hyrule. But anyway, who cares? Because I have a sword and a shield and I'm badass! Later today, I will go and fry ants on the pavement using a magnifying glass. And I think next week, I'm going to save the world. Yes, that's what I'm going to do. If you remember, we are 1/4 of a heart away from a full life container. And there it is. Question. If I eat 4 pieces of cow's heart in real life, will it give me more health? Will it, for example, give me more endurance in a barroom brawl? I'll have to try that out and let you know how I get on in a later part. It's time to take on the first dungeon and retrieve the third stone tablet. Ah, jellies! Well, the good news is, I don't have to fight them. See ya! A rather tempting room, this. Take note of that chest in the top corner for later on. Remember that tempting treasure chest? Well, you should do. It was only about 15-20 seconds ago. It contains the blue clothes. These are very nice, as the game says, and made from a thicker material than the green clothes. Now, I'm not sure how that enables them to offer more protection, but hey, this is a video game, and we should not question its logic. Otherwise, we'd be here all day. Check this out! Secret rooms stacked upon secret rooms. And through here is our old friend, the Thief. Yes, he's somehow managed to make it out of the previous dungeon and get himself lost down here. Unless it's a different thief, which it probably is. Just slam into the wall for no reason. Wabimos! He doesn't mind me taking these, because he is a statue, and as such, he has no need for currency. I don't know, maybe he comes alive when I leave the room, just like the penguins in the fridge come alive when you close the door. Don't really need to restock, but there are some bombs underneath here. It's a bit of a red herring though, because you will soon see that you do not need the bombs to defeat this bloke. I'm using the hammer, and a bit later on, I shall use the bow and arrow. Oh, how did that not hit me? See there? A great big green spot on his forehead. I wonder where I have to shoot him. Bad move, Dumbo. I can now cheese you forever. Dead. We have to watch while he blows up, and Link is somehow impervious to the explosions. He's invincible. We have achieved another heart and the third stone tablet. Brilliant. What are you doing here, fool? Let me past. I am the hero of the light, and I am the one who is destined to wield the Master Sword. But of course, some grown-up stopping me from getting it. Urgh. I could probably kick his butt right now, but I'm far too chivalrous to do that. Fourth dungeon time! Haha! Oh, look at that! We're just about to receive a medallion power. But where is it? No, it's too late! Quick. Bah, shouldn't have wasted my time looking at the map. Oh, it probably wouldn't have mattered anyway. Look at that! Not a single enemy in sight. Well, not a single killable enemy in sight. I promise you those medallion events are a lot more impressive in the original Satellaview broadcasts. So, if you have a time machine and a Satellaview system, by all means, go back in time and move to Japan to try it out for yourself. And if anybody manages to do that, please let me know in the comments. Oh, come on, Agina. This is not the time to contact me telepathically. Can't you see I'm trying to defeat this boss? Eyeball Paul? Oh dear, he's getting madder. Let's have a bit of shooting practice, shall we? Boing! This is actually the hard way to do it, but I did it, just for the sake of variety. Take that! Indeed, it is much easier to hit him with your sword. But I enjoy a good challenge. which this game isn't, so we must make up our own. We haven't quite yet reached Nuzlocke levels, but there is a Master Quest version of this ROM. I have yet to play that, so I couldn't tell you what it's like, but it does have much harder enemies, puzzles, and stuff that you might expect from a Kaizo game. And look, he is defeated! Just like all the bosses, he keeps the stone tablet suspended from the ceiling, and somehow killing him brings it down. Oh look, some chests, 20 rupees, and 20 rupees. Perfect, that just about covers my bus fare home. Yes, Hyrule is a pretty cheap place to live. Especially considering I have a magic bird that takes me places, so I don't even need to take the bus, if such a thing exists in this world. Now check this out. Ale tastes good when you drink it during the day. Good on you, Nintendo, promoting alcoholism. Over here, though, we shall have a nice surprise because in this little hut is something very secret indeed. Nope, it isn't plans for an Ancient Stone Tablet's virtual console release, but a couple of treasure chests. And in the left-hand one is a piece of heart, and we now have half a heart. We must find more cows. Contrary to what I may have said earlier in this video, the Ancient Stone Tablets is not a ROM hack, because this was an official Nintendo game. Now you are perfectly entitled to say, "Hey Yack, you're a big fat pirate!" And that's because I am. I've been pirating VHS for as long as I can remember, taping football games off the television and lending them to mates. Well, not exactly that, but it's similar. While we're here, we might as well head inside and buy some Lucasade. Retro Yakking does not endorse Lucasade. Screw you, Hoodie! Give me my blasted life refill, even though I don't need it. Oh yeah, we forgot to buy the second bottle. Interesting that this bottle seller only ever has one bottle for sale in the whole game. Either that, or he is not a fan of repeat customers, which is very strange. Who are we to question the customs of Hyruleans, or Hylians? I've forgotten what they're called. Back to the magic shop then, and we can finally get our golden syrup. Diddle-doo! Through here is the mysterious thingy-majig. This is one of those things from the original game that you would never have known to do unless you blindly messed around with the items in here. It's also very confusing because the game makes you think, oh, did I want to get that? Because you woke him up and he was mad, and I know he was confused, but it used to confuse me. And it still does to some extent, even though I know it's a good thing. We can now carry twice as much magic as we could before. I have the power to freeze those Octoroks! Yes! And, quick tip, if you hit them with the hammer, you get magic. Well, most of the time anyway. Now, these cutscenes peppered with text are actually static versions of the ones that appeared on the original Satellaview broadcasts. Of course, those had the Japanese voiceovers. They were also animated. The House of Link the Hero, is it? Yes, indeed it is. And that's where we shall be starting the next episode. But apparently, it's dangerous to go alone, even to Link's house, so always take a friend. Stranger danger! Oh, it's no use taking the moral high ground now, Nintendo. You already promote alcoholism, and that's unforgivable. Enough mucking about with side quests. We need to find a way to get up to the next floor. Otherwise, we may be stuck here forever. Just like one of those thieves. Really feel sorry for those blokes. Stuck down here with no television or radio. They have to put up with the telepathy of Agina and Sarsarala. Well, I tell you, it'd drive me mad. Just stealthily avoid those spikes. The skill. Aha, speaking of thieves. He seems cheery enough, but what's he gonna do with all those rupees? Hopefully pay Agina to shut the heck up. For those of you listening to this video in the background while you do some work or something, amazing stuff is happening! No, I'm not just pointlessly killing enemies that you do not need to. Rather, we've just picked up a bazooka! Oh, we're gonna have some fun with this. Nah, only joking. Made you look. And if you actually are watching this at work, say hi to your boss for me. And if you're watching at home, say hi to your dog, /cat, /parrot, /snake for me. Ah, sand. It's landmolus, isn't it? Oh, this is gonna be easy peasy. I'm so glad they decided not to use that caterpillar thingy, at least not for this dungeon. We may see it soon, although hopefully not, because that was the most annoying boss in the whole of Link to the Past. More annoying than all the Dark World bosses, even Ganon. Ugh, the bee has no effect on those things. It's just trying to fly around them to annoy them, but it's not working. They're still hitting me, even though this is like the easiest boss battle in the history of Link to the Past. Or at least the ancient stone tablets. But one has been defeated. 2 to go. And now 1 to go. In fact, no. That is it. We must have killed 2 at once. Stone tablet is ours. Does this stone tablet have some kind of significance? Well, the answer is no. So, youth, you might as well go home now. Oh, what's this guy up to? Oh, we received 300 rupees. Wow, these thieves, considering they're supposed to be bad guys, are very kind, aren't they? Better still, in his back room, he has a piece of heart. Small puzzle here, it's not too difficult. But maybe he was giving me those rupees to put me off going into his back room, because he wanted to keep that piece of heart for himself. Although, I don't know what he'd do with it. Maybe it's part of a cow's heart, and he was gonna eat it for his tea. Well, sorry for stealing your meal there, but needs must. And who cares about thieves anyway? Blight on society. Mind you, by stealing his stuff, we're just as bad as him. But forget that, because this is only a video game. Now, this room looks hard, but it's actually quite easy. In all my playthroughs of this, I've never been hit. Just get out of there as soon as possible and don't waste your time with the enemies. Ah! Blasted skeletons throwing their bones at me. I wonder if they do that for long enough, they will disappear completely, having used up every single one of their body parts. Well, I guess they are magical, but by that token, why couldn't they magic themselves a new body? Oh well, I guess they enjoy being dead. You may remember in a previous part, I said that this game was a watered-down version of Link to the Past. Well, I'd like to revise that comment, as we just get hit again and again by the fire fairies. I'd prefer to call this Link to the Past Light. Not in the sense of the soft drink industry, you understand. Because that stuff is all a great big con to make you buy their products while you're on a diet. what next, eh? I suppose they'll be selling stuff to us in our sleep. No doubt they're looking into that as we speak. But it doesn't bear thinking about, so let's continue with our alternative opiate. Video games. Change the subject quickly. Well, the inventory screen there says that we can actually talk. Though, I've never seen Link, or the character in this game, say a single thing. Mostly people just tell him what to do, and he goes and does it. And evidently, we can also pull, which is quite a feat considering we can't even talk. Oh well, I guess the girls of Hyrule like a guy with a long shiny sword. Ah, 2 chests. Rupees! And a brand new car, perhaps? 100 rupees. Oh well. This room has an ominous feel about it, and indeed, there are some items that we need here, including the red clothes. Of course, red is a naturally more protective colour than blue. That is a well-known fact. Do not question it. Place your bets now as to what the boss may be. We just got the fire rod, so could it be Mothra? Well, we're just about to find out. As you can see, he's just below us. If you said Mothra, you're correct. If you said Ganon, you're an idiot. And he's dead already. That wasn't very hard, was it now? In fact, both the bosses in this video have been easy peasy. The next stone tablet is in our possession. Just a quick tip for real life, in case you ever find yourself in the desert. Don't run around as I'm doing here, because you need to conserve energy, of course. And you don't need to be Bear Grylls to figure that out. Whoa, having flashbacks to Lawnmower Simulator here. The King of Hyrule needs to hire a gardener, methinks. Irrelevant medallion strikes again! Eat dust, grass! Well, I guess that's one way of mowing the grass. Or it would have been if it was cut. Sounds like a good idea, actually. Why don't they invent something that allows you to mow the lawn magically? Ah, who's this here? He just slipped into the water. I'm not sure how that's possible, because there's a mound of dirt there, isn't there? Something very suspicious about that. Look where we are. It's Hyrule Castle. Up here is the throne room. And we have to take this bloke up the stairs. Challenge complete. Oh, Father, what did you do to get this wet?
Well, I went to public school.
Geez, 2 mentions for public school in one video. What's the world coming to? Time to have a super happy fun time with those dumb-ass guards. We'll go and speak to them. The castle seems to be in uproar. I wonder if something happened. Did something happen? I heard you can soar through the sky riding a bird. He's telling us stuff that we already know. And his twin over here does the same.
I heard you can dash if you have the Pegasus boots.
Oh really, Einstein? Thank you for that nugget of information. Interesting fact about this mole. His name is Sakayama and he is from Tokyo. Maybe. Ah, here he is. And sometimes he just feels like throwing his hands up in the air. He's so pleased to see us. Oh, this is new. Hookshot Cave. Hold on a minute. We haven't been up here yet. Oh ho ho, it's a good job I saw that. These will certainly come in handy for that loft conversion I'm planning. Or I would be, if I had a house in this land. I reckon we should steal one. Just for curiosity's sake, let's see what happens if we backtrack to previous parts' dungeons. Hello there. You don't have time to be wandering around here. Ah, so evidently the thief who lived in that dungeon, or at least was stuck in that hole, has escaped. Oh, I'm so pleased for him. And here we are, in the remaining part of the overworld we have yet to explore. As I just run into a buzz blob again. Ah, the comedy of errors. Having said that, I dispatched of that bird quite nicely there. Ah, which reminds me. It has come to my attention that I am using far too many flaky adjectives such as nice and lovely. Well, to remedy this, I have a thesaurus you can hear flipping around now. And this will hopefully inject some intellectualism into this long play. Well, probably not, because it'll just delay things while I look up the words, but let's continue. No, let's push on. No, let's progress. Here is a chest. But oh no! It's a trap! It's a trap! Well, what better way to enter the ice cave? And the jellyfish men are avoided. I wonder where they go when they fall down the hole. Is it a bottomless pit? Well, seemingly not, because, as I just demonstrated twice there, you appear in the doorway. They just die. Well, they do respawn when you re-enter the room. Video game logic. It's fantastic, isn't it? No, sorry, it's admirable. No, terrific! Ooh, penguins! I wonder if they're Avenger penguins. Though, I don't know what penguins have to be vengeful about these days. I guess the polar ice caps are melting and it's the humans' fault. Guess they could move to London Zoo or something. Everybody loves penguins, don't they? We could have them as pets and keep them in our fridges and things. And there is the big chest. Yeah, we had to do a lot to find that, didn't we? I wonder what's in there. First we have to loot the pots to check there are no keys. And it's the Cane of Samaria. It isn't to be confused with the Cane of Somalia, or even the Cane of Samari, which I guess would be a rather grisly punishment involving pirated Mega Drive games. Let's do this! Just select the fire rod and spam him to death. Oh dear. Yes, that's the hardest part of this fight, because the eyeball dudes themselves are pretty easy. If it wasn't for the falling ice, this battle would be insultingly simple. Not that it isn't already, because look, we've killed them. And they had to get a cheap shot in right at the end there. With the 7th stone tablet in our possession, there remains only one. Go and find the next stone tablet. That we shall. Ooh, Zelda! No, there's plenty of time for that later! A simple use for the magic hammer, although I'm not quite so sure what's so magic about it. You can hammer down stakes, and that's pretty much all an ordinary hammer can do. Actually, it's more of a mallet, isn't it? So, a misnomer there. You don't need to be a tradesman to know that regular hammers also have a thing to remove nails on the end. I don't know what it's called technically, but this particular hammer does not have one. Well, I guess it is magic, so you can just point the hammer at the nail and it would automatically pop out of the wall. And here we go. A small key. Excellent. All of that for a small key. Oh, Zelda, what have I told you about doing that in public? I know you're pleased with me and all, but can we not save it for later? If we blindly fire the hookshot, we will find some rupees. And back over here, we can head downwards. Oh, you things. I don't know, they've got some sort of a strange mullet thing going on there, haven't they? This place is like Hampton Court Maze. I wonder if there's a single pixel outlined ghost hiding around the corner. Ah, no. But there is Pat Sharp and his mates. This is all optional extra stuff. You don't need to do it to complete the game. However, it does reward you with some more rupees. Great. No, sorry. Splendid. No. Magnificent. Thank you once again, Theosaurus. To the 4th floor now, where even harder challenges await us. And look, there are wizard men, which are of course not to be confused with the lizard men of Doctor Who and David Icke fame. Although these wizard men do seem to be slipping in and out of the 4th dimension at will. So you never know. Ho ho ho. Jelly things guarding the chests. They want the rupees. And we have just broken 10 grand. Congratulations, have a medal or something. Actually, we could probably buy 100 of them. Though I don't know why you'd want to do that. Well, furry's in this room, and that's preparing us for one thing. The big bad boss! And as is befitting of the penultimate boss of the game, he is the second hardest after Ganon. Although he's still a watered down version of the Trinex that is found in Link to the Past. Ah, I always get hit by that blasted thing's head. Take that! Haha, I was prepared this time. No, it's time for the second part of this battle. Blah blah blah. Finally! Right. You've got to hit the flashing yellow thing there. As with all the bosses, apart from the centipede thingy, it's rather simple once you've got the hang of it. This guy takes more hits than most, but you still shouldn't need a fairy or potion. Still have them in reserve, should something go drastically wrong. But as you can see, it did not take me long to defeat him. It does, however, take forever for him to die. And we can steal his heart. Good, I didn't need to sing him a slushy love song. Not long now, before we find out what's going on with these stone tablets. And here we are, at Spectacle Rock, a familiar location from Link to the Past. However, there doesn't seem to be much up here. Here is the reason why Zelda came with us. She has the Book of Medora, and she's going to use it to decipher these strange glyphs on this stone thingy-majig. And no, I'm not talking about the glitch text you just saw there. Because we are in the 4th week, the guard that was previously blocking the path to the Master Sword is gone. There is no one here to stop us picking it up. Not even you, you blasted green blob. I'll kill you with the Master Sword once I get it. Huh.
Oh wow, this is so cool. It's a pity no one's here to see it.
Ah, I wish I'd filmed it. They'll never believe me now. They'll just say I painted my orange sword yellow. Oh well. Time to go on an animal killing rampage. No, they're completely immune. Ah, screw this, let's do some moonwalking. And that's it. We've done almost everything, so let's see if Zelda has sorted this. Indeed not. And she won't for a few minutes yet. Ah, we'll hit her with our sword. Work faster, or you won't get paid. The Hero of Light, eh? I'd say that's a rather ironic name, considering our character looks so fat. Have you seen how he waddles around like a duck? Here we go. We're going to pray to the heavens that these silver arrows drop out of the sky, just like the ancient stone tablets. Kaboom! And there they are. The weapon that we will need to defeat Ganon. So let us go and do that without tarry. Head into the portal. And for the first time, we are in the Dark World. We climb the large stairs and marvel at the magical floating torches. More stairs. It's the Hero of Light's final challenge. Youth, if you want to fight me, you must first ascend these stairs of doom. Ha ha ha! Cheap shot. Ha ha! Think you can defeat me, pigman? Fat chance of that. You have inferior HP to the Ganon that appeared in Link to the Past. You are a shadow of your former self, a disgrace to the world of pigdom. I have 20 hearts. You cannot beat me. Especially because I also have the Lucasade of Doom. And I can refill my energy. What have you got to say to that, Ganon? Well, that drink is high in sugar, and should only be consumed as part of a healthy, balanced diet. I'm only a kid, I don't care about health. Well, boy, prepare yourself for a life of obesity. Oh, that's rich, coming from a guy that eats slurry. Quiet, fat boy. Shut up, Ganon. You're so fat that soon the floor will start disappearing when you jump. Actually, no, that doesn't happen in this game. It would be too hard. But we still have to light the torches here. And there he is, crying in the corner. He doesn't like being insulted about his weight. In fact, I wouldn't be surprised if that's what this fight is all about. Prepare to die! Yes, this all started because somebody called him a fat porker. And he went crazy and took over the world and stuff. Now get out of my way, you fool! Okay, now one more hit, and he shall be dead. Not forever, just temporarily. He'll of course be back to annoy Link in subsequent games, but for now, he is vanquished. You found a mysterious stone tablet. Does this stone tablet hold some significance? Nah, I'm only joking. There are no more of those to collect. We've done everything. Aha, here is Zelda. It's time for a slushy ending scene. It's just like out of one of those cheesy chick flicks, isn't it? Yeah, can I have my kiss yet? That's your problem, Zelda. All talk and no action. What? Not even a peck on the cheek? She was all over us earlier. Forget you. Well, that's Zelda the Ancient Stone Tablets. A curious little hidden gem that you will do well to track down for yourself. Now, before the ending sequence, we're going to witness Agina's special teleportation power, for we are now talking to him. And magically, he is at the entrance to Death Mountain. I hope the youth has taken care of you. Oh yeah, and then some, baby. Also, I believe this is the first time we've seen his sprite from the side, and Agina, he looks like a pig, doesn't he? I wonder if he is any relation to Ganon. Here we have some breaking of the fourth wall, because they are literally talking to the player. Now isn't that a lovely touch? Oh, sorry, lovely. Just a sec. Isn't that a wondrous touch? Oh, this blasted thesaurus.
and the Master Sword sleeps forever. Perhaps.
By the magical powers of Doctor Who, we are transported via the TARDIS back to the real world. And they go back to doing whatever it is they do. I'm really not sure, but who cares? And here are the credits for the Japanese version of the game. None of these people appear in this hack, so that screen is pointless. And there you have the Japanese name of this game, which I'm not going to attempt. Special thanks to the Super Mario Club, which I guess would be the same as the Samari Kane. And your hack credits. Those guys are legends. Nay, heroes. Nay, awesome people. Yeah.